Iran, hardline cleric Ebrahim Raisi wins presidential vote. Country's foreign minister and outgoing president congratulate head of the judiciary on his victory. Hardline cleric Ebrahim Raisi was declared the winner on Saturday of Iran's presidential election, a widely anticipated result after many political heavyweights were barred from running. Raisi won 62% of the vote with about 90% of ballots counted from Friday's election, poll officials told AFP, after the three other candidates had conceded defeat. Despite officials saying 28.6 million people had cast the ballots, compared with 41 million in 2017, Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said the turnout had demonstrated public support for the establishment. "I congratulate the people on their choice," said outgoing moderate President Hassan Rouhani, who has served the maximum of 2 consecutive 4-year terms and leaves office in August. Iran's foreign minister said on Saturday that Raisi was the country's new elected president and everyone would have to work with him from now on. Mohammad Javad Zarif also told a diplomacy forum in the Turkish resort of Antalya that issues in Iran's nuclear talks with Western powers were not insurmountable and he hoped to achieve a result before August. Raisi, 60, is set to take over at a critical time, as Iran seeks to salvage its tattered nuclear deal with major powers and free itself from punishing US sanctions that have driven a sharp economic downturn. Close to Supreme Leader, the head of the Iranian judiciary, whose black turban signifies direct descent from Islam's prophet Muhammad, Raisi is seen as close to the 81-year-old Khamenei, who has ultimate political power in Iran. Friday's voting was extended by 2 hours past the original midnight deadline amid fears of a low turnout of 50% or less. Many voters chose to stay away after the field of some 600 hopefuls, including 40 women, had been winnowed down to 7 male candidates, with an ex-president and a former parliament speaker both excluded. 3 of the vetted candidates dropped out of the race 2 days before Friday's election. Populist former President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, one of those barred from running by the Guardian Council of Clerics and Jurists, said he would not vote, declaring in a video message that, "I do not want to have a part in this sin." Raisi's victory was effectively confirmed on Saturday when he received the congratulations of the incumbent and the 3 other candidates, fellow hardliners Mohsen Rezai and Amirhossein Khazazadeh Hashemi, and reformist Abdolnasser Hemati. Save the People. On election day, pictures of often flag-waving voters dominated state TV coverage, but away from the polling stations some voiced anger at what they saw as a stage-managed election aiming to cement the control of hardliners. "Whether I vote or not, someone has already been elected," Tehran shopkeeper Saeed Zareh told AFP. They organize the elections for the media. Enthusiasm was dampened further by spiraling inflation and job losses, and the COVID-19 pandemic that proved more deadly in Iran than anywhere else in the region, killing more than 80,000 people by the official count. Among those who queued to vote at schools, mosques, and community centers, many said they supported Raisi, who has promised to fight corruption, help the poor and build millions of flats for low-income families. A nurse named Sahibian said she backed him for his anti-fraud credentials and because she hopes he will move the country forward and save the people from economic, cultural and social deprivation. Raisi, who holds deeply conservative views on many social issues, including the role of women in public life, has been named in Iranian media as a possible successor to Khamenei. To opposition and human rights groups, his name is linked to the mass execution of political prisoners in 1988. The US government has sanctioned him over the purge, although Raisi has denied playing a part. Asked in 2018 and again last year about the executions, Raisi denied playing a role, even as he lauded an order he said was handed down by the Islamic Republic's founder Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini to proceed with the purge.